That big 4 minutes of activity last night. The rain started at 7:06 last night. We actually started this game a few minutes early tonight, trying to get started as quickly as possible. That pitch is inside 3-0 on Beam. The game last night, Kevin, started at 7:02.
Okay.
And the rain came at 7:06.
So we had 4 minutes.
And right now it is just 7 o'clock, and we've been playing, probably 3 or 4 minutes tonight. And the next pitch is ball 4, and Carter Harris, maybe cannot get a good grip on that baseball. I don't know.
Well, and the Union County catcher and pitcher here calling timeout has got to play into Coach Reynolds' hands here early on. Milton with Best getting hit and Beam getting walked there.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing for 1 run early, so try to get as many runs early as you can before this rain kicks in.
Yeah. And I think this is just the front edge of what's yet to come here weather-wise. But it is raining pretty steadily now, but the field's still playable. And Carter Harris, first pitch to Huff, swung on a miss, strike 1. Lights are on here at the ballpark. Those of you watching on whatsupshopper.com, I don't know if you can actually see the rain or not, but it is a pretty steady rainfall. And the pitch is outside, 1-1 strike on Brett Huff. Huff, the Cherryville second baseman, bats third in the order. You got Bess at second and Beam at first. Bess was hit by a pitch on a 1-1 count. 3-0 pitch was a ball to Josh Beam, and he walks. And we're at 1-1 count on Brett Huff. And Carter Harris, the right-handed pitcher for Union County, trying to get control of the situation here. Here's the pitch.
He's going to hit him. Ooh, right in the elbow, it looks like, Milton, and that's got a sting.
Hits Brett Huff in the elbow, and that is 2 hit batters, and bases loaded for Cherryville, and Huff trying to shake it off, but he's holding that left arm, just kind of dangling it down.
Folks don't know how good you could pick up. Josh, out there, see if you can zoom in on Coach Reynolds or Thomas there right in front of you, and see if you can pick up some raindrops there on your camera so our folks can see that it is raining pretty good out there, Milton. I mean, it's got to be wet and slippery.
It's about as steady and hard a rain as I've ever seen them
play baseball in.
Yeah, and that's the importance of getting this game in, or as much of it as possible. Even if we can just get to a complete game after 5 innings.
And struggling down at first base.
We got a long way to go to get 5 innings in, right?
Yep.
All right, bases loaded, nobody out for Cherryville, and it maybe has benefited Cherryville to be the visitors in this ball game. And the batter up is Seth Weekly, the designated hitter for tonight's pitcher, Blake Mosteller. And it's strike 1 called on Weekly. Well, no balls, 1 strike to count, nobody out, bases loaded, and the pitch is a base hit between short and third. That'll bring in Bess. Holding up at third base will be Beam, so an RBI single for the designated hitter, Seth Weekly. And Cherryville's on the board here in the top of the first. 1 run in, and nobody out for Brandon Alexander. Brandon in Sunday night's game had a big bases loaded walk for an RBI that kept Cherryville in that game. Might have actually, I don't know if that was the RBI that tied the game or put them at down by 1 at the time. I don't have the score sheets from Sunday night.
They're in the office.
Yeah, they're in the office.
They're right where they need to be.
That's all right. But it's ball 1 on Brandon Alexander.
All right, Milton, I think I'm settled in, ready to go now, finally.
Okay. That's ball 2 to Alexander, low and away. Brandon Alexander went out of Burns, first baseman in tonight's game. Big, tall, right-handed hitter for Cherryville Post 100, who's getting a start here tonight in game 2 of the series. And here he goes, pop up first base side. First baseman.
He'll have a chance.
He's got a chance.
And he got away from the fence there, Milton.
Yeah, he backed off.
Couldn't
Thought that ball was
it.
going to be up against the fence. It was pretty close, and he ran out of room. So it's 2 balls and a strike on Alexander.
There's no warning track over there to help him out along the edges, but could have made the play but doesn't. So a break for a Post 100 with bases loaded, still no outs. So big inning, hopefully here for Post 100. Already Clayton won. Thomas Beth scored after getting hit in the to lead the game off.
Yep. 2-1 count. And the pitch. Bouncer to second. 4-6-3. Double play. A run will score, and there's 2 out. And coming in was Josh Beam. Going to third, Brett Huff. On the force out at second, 4-6 is Weekly for out number 1. And Alexander out on the 4-6-3 double play. And a run scores. It's 2-0 Cherryville in the top of the first. And 2 out then for Dylan Hastings with a runner at third. And it's ball 1 to Hastings, tonight's third baseman, Dylan, the winning pitcher in Sunday night's 10-inning game. He went all 10 innings for Cherryville, as he did earlier in the regular season on a Sunday afternoon game at Shelby. He went 10 innings.
Hastings had been very dependable for this Post 100 team.
And the count is 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch, foul tip, 2-1. Again, hello to our, I hope, huge radio and internet audience tonight. WCSL 1590 AM and on the internet, whatsupshopper.com with the live video. Josh Collins down on the top of the equipment room, affectionately known as the Henry Dome, filming for you tonight. Kevin and I here in the dry. Hey, Josh, we're dry. We give him a hard time.
Yes, we do, but it's fun. He deserves it.
He's a good guy. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2-0 Cherryville top of the first. And that's ball 3, low and away, blocked up by the catcher in tonight's game, Andrew Knight. Rand was the catcher, I think, in game 1 of this series. Knight was not available. And Knight catching, from what I understand, he's probably the best hitter on this team, and he didn't play Sunday night. Here goes right field down in the corner. It's in fair territory down in the right field corner, and it's a double for Hastings and an RBI with 2 out. Cherryville's up 3-0 in the top of the first with the RBI double by Hastings.
3-0 Post 100 leads here at Cherryville High School in Game 2 of 5 in a rainy and wet late afternoon ball game here, evening game.
It is still raining about as hard as it was.
that it can during a baseball game.
Yeah. Runner at second, and here is Kraft lifting one to center field. With rain in his eyes, the center fielder makes the catch for out number 3. Cherryville will score 3 runs in the inning. They do it on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left. And we've played a half inning. It's Cherryville 3, Union County coming to bat on a Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. You're listening to B-Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
Cherryville and North Lake Country Club are both open to and welcome to the public. Both locations have been recently remodeled and are available for weddings and receptions, also reunions, corporate and private parties, and more. The Cherryville Country Club is open for lunch and supper Thursday and Friday from 11 to 9, and both Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club are accepting new memberships at this time. The Cherryville Country Club golf course is also available to the public. Come on down for a great meal and great golfing experience. Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club. There's no doubt about it. Your pet is a member of the family, and you want to give them the best possible care. That's why we take our pets to Dr. Robert Browning and Cherryville Animal Hospital in Cherryville. Cherryville Animal Hospital is a full-service animal hospital and will take both emergency cases as well as less urgent medical, surgical, and dental issues. They will take every step to ensure your pet the best possible care. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays, 8 till 12. Located at 1412 Shelby Highway 150 West in Cherryville.
Cherryville Federal Bank makes switching a snap. Every bank has a switch kit, but ours has a name and a face, a real person ready to walk you through all the details. Automatic drafts, direct deposit, tracking down numbers and details. Completing the process. We do everything we can to make switching a snap. So the sooner you get started, the better. Cherryville Federal Bank. It's just better here. Member FDIC.
And we're back at Fraley Field, a rainy evening here in Cherryville, but we're playing baseball. We got a half inning in so far, and Cherryville scored 3 runs on 2 hits, along with 2 hit batters and a walk by Union County starter Carter Harris. So here we go to the bottom of the first, and the Blue Mist is on the mound. It's more than a mist rain, however, it's more of a steady rain. And the right-hander for Cherryville, Blake Monster, first pitch is a ball to Jacob Rand. Rand, left-handed batter. He did play catcher Sunday night, I remember now, because he right-handed catcher, but he bats left-handed. And there's a strike in there. Our umpires tonight behind the plate are Brian Turner and Chris Paget on the bases.
Paget was behind the plate in game 1.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And the pitch is fouled off by Rand. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looks like that rain letting up any out there.
Josh, give us a thumbs up if it's letting up. Thumbs down if it is.
Yeah, he says it's not. He don't want to hear it. He don't want to hear it.
He says it's hurricaning out there. Ooh, good pitch.
It's called a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Josh looks like one of the Weather Channel reporters at Myrtle Beach when
he's missing everything but the fan blowing wind.
When Hugo's coming in. Ball high, 3-2 on Rand. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Jacob Rand. Left-handed batter playing second base tonight for Union County, and that pitch is fouled off. And it's still 3-2 count on the short and stocky Jacob Rand. Will Ray and Ryan Smith due to follow for Union County. And the pitch, ground ball foul, third side, base side. So 3-2. Union County going with the exact same lineup as they would have and did start last night in a game that lasted only 4 minutes and by official standards never existed.
No, it didn't. So do you get the gas and gas money back for that?
I'm going to talk to the gas company. Here is a ground ball to second, 4-3 put out on Rand.
You ought to talk to the Union County officials.
Yeah. Some folks, namely you, and who else went down there Monday night?
Me and Andre went down there Monday night. Dad cut his vacation short and came up from the beach Monday night. So we all met there about 5:30, and we got the call about 5:25 right before we got there.
Mercy. Here's Will Ray, right-handed batter for Union County. Foul that one straight back. Cherryville, by the way, wearing the navy blue shirts and white pants that they had on last night. Union County has got their burnt orange shirts tonight. They had those burnt orange T-shirts last night under a white vest. They've got white pants on also tonight. Here is the pitch down the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Orange on the road, white at home?
I guess so. For those of you watching on whatsupshopper.com, you don't need to know what colors they're wearing. You can see it. That's a nice picture there on the big screen. And the pitch is ball 2 from Mosteller. Blake Mosteller out there, the big right-hander for Cherryville. And the pitch, fly ball, right side, beam drifting over. Excuse me, that's Wilson. Wilson makes the catch for out number 2. Beam is in left field with the Blue Mist on the mound tonight, so Dustin Wilson out in right field. And it's 2 up, 2 down for Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith, the third baseman, he starts in place of Stephen Blythe, who's DHing tonight. Blythe played third base Sunday night. Had a rough go of it.
Yes, he did. Blythe, one of the longest releases you'll ever see for an infielder, especially. At third base, you have time if it's a shot to you, and you come up with it clean. But when you don't come up with it clean, he has trouble throwing out runners, especially speedy runners. As a ball 1 in the dirt there makes it 1-1.
Yep, and they throw that one away. It was a little bit too wet.
Well, and then they went to him. Bez hit his home run off of, which you can watch on whatsupshopper.com right below the video player. You can see Thomas's home run. They brought him in after he had made 3 errors himself, right?
Yeah, he sure did.
So he had a rough night in the field, and they brought him in. They hit the home run off of him in the game.
Well, yeah, he'd made those errors, and at bat he'd hit into a double play, and then they had insult to injury. They brought him in and made him pitch, and he got the home run hit off of him.
He probably took a good long nap on the way home.
Oh, I bet. 1-2 pitch here to right field. This one, Wilson going back makes the catch for out number 3, and it's 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the first as Cherryville leads Union County 3-0 on the Hauser Drug and Mr. Sparky scoreboard. And we'll be back on the B Square Construction Post 100 broadcast.
When the septic tank backs up, Dennis Willis Septic Service in Cherryville is the name to remember. Dennis Willis services, repairs, and installs all types of septic tanks. They have pump-out tanks, too. Call Dennis Willis for septic tank service at 704-435-2326. Again, that's 704-435-2326 for professional, fair, and honest work from a name you've trusted for years. Dennis Willis Septic Tank Service of Cherryville. Again, that's 704-435-2326.
Your home medical equipment is found at the drugstore with 3 convenient locations in Lincoln, Boger City, and in Vale. At the drugstore, you are treated like family. They are locally owned and operated and catering to the needs of people like you. So if you're in the market for home medical equipment, visit your nearest drugstore location in the Town & Country Shopping Center in Lincoln, the Carolina Shopping Center in Boger City, and in Honey Shopping Center, located on Highway 10 in Vale. Catch the craving at the El Patron Mexican restaurant in Cherryville. It's better than good. It's great. And check out Taco Loco Monday. Tacos only $1 each, and every Monday at the El Patron Mexican restaurant. The El Patron is open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m., and Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. For orders to go, call 704-435-4546. Catch the craving at the El Patron Mexican Restaurant, 910 East Church Street in Cherryville.
And we're back at Fraley Field in Cherryville. Inning number 2 coming up. Cherryville, the designated visitors in this game. This is game 2 of the Area 4 second round playoffs. Cherryville leads the series 1-9. Leading off is Dustin Wilson. And first pitch to Wilson, a ball. Wilson, Kaiser, and Bess due up. Wilson leads off the second inning as he made 2 catches out there in right field for outs 2 and 3 in the top of the or bottom of the first for Union County. And the next pitch was a ball. 2 balls and no strikes on Dustin Wilson. Wilson, right-handed hitter. Pitch from Harris is in there for a strike. Still raining here at Fraley Field, but we're playing baseball. 2-1 pitch. Outside corner. Strike 2. And some fans who are here shouting their disapproval of the call. 2-2 pitch. And it's going to be a base hit into right center for Wilson. Wilson gets the board, leading off the second inning here for Cherryville with Post 100's third hit. So Cherryville 2 hits in the first inning and a hit leading off here in the second for Wilson brings up Luke Kaiser. Kaiser had a big hit in the 9th inning Sunday night as Cherryville scored the tying run in the bottom of the 9th, went on to win it in the bottom of the 10th. Here's a bunt by Kaiser, third base side, but it rolls foul. Picked up over there by third baseman Smith, Ryan Smith.
Milton, where did Dustin hit that ball? I'm sorry, I was talking with Josh.
A little bit to the right of center field, shallow center.
Line drive?
Yeah, sort of a soft line drive out there. It's 0-1 on Kaiser here.
Trying to catch up, Josh's viewfinder has went out there on the thing, so he can't quite see what he's looking at.
The
pitch hit him.
Hits Kaiser, who was trying to bunt. Gets hit by the pitch. Third batter hit by a pitch tonight by Harris. And there's 2 on with nobody out.
I figured the coach would, Josh. Here comes the coach. He's going to talk to the umpire to see if he attempted at that bunt. I mean, he never really pulled it back, Milton, so it's going to be no, he's not going to talk to the umpire. I thought he was going to have a talk with the umpire about whether or not he attempted. But
talk to his pitcher instead.
All right. And he ran a little bit there, Milton.
Yes, he did. It's raining, and yeah.
We've had a little fun time with the coach here for Union last 2 years. he walks really, really slow out to the mound and back, especially when he's upset. But now he's got a little hip in his step when it's raining outside in the mountain.
He could have carried an umbrella. Now, has that ever been done? Has the coach ever
That's
walked out
question.
with an umbrella?
That would be hilarious.
I was going to say, yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. That would be hilarious.
All right, so Josh is going to, right now he's standing up and do it. He can sit down if he wants to. But he's going to look through the
back.
Oh, he's there. He's all over the place right now. So, folks, if you're watching at home, just hold on tight. Josh is going taking the camera for a ride, and he'll get situated in a minute. Like I said, his viewfinder went out, so he's kind of shooting blind. So he's trying to get situated where he can see through the little hole in the camera.
Here we go, and the 1-0 pitch to Bess is ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Thomas Bess, who was hit by a pitch and scored in the top of the first. Shortstop kind of sneaking over behind Wilson at second. Now he gets back into his position. Throw down to first, and the runner back in. The first baseman was not on the bag. It doesn't do you a lot of good to try to pick off anybody when the first baseman's on the edge of the grass.
Right.
3-0 is the count on Bess. Up 2-1, says Mr. Turner. 2-1 is the correct count.
2 balls, 1 strike. Bess squares the bunt, pulls it back.
Now it's 3-1. 3-1 to count on Bess then. With runners at first and second, nobody out. Top of the second, Cherryville leads 3-0 here at Fraley Field. And yes, I said top of the second. If you're just tuning in, Cherryville, the designated visitors in game 2 here. And there's a strike, and the count goes full. Full count on Thomas Bess. 3-2 on the speedster Thomas Bess. Bess, the 3-run homer to win it for Cherryville in inning number 10 Sunday night. Here's the pitch. Ball inside. And Bess, for the second time in a row, is on. And again, Cherryville loads the bases.
Kind of hard to squeeze the pitchers, though, Milton, in a rainy game. That ball was close.
It was close.
You would expect him to give a wide. I'm not saying it was a strike. I'm just saying you'd expect him to give a wide strike zone in a rainy game. But it doesn't look like the umpire's going to do that tonight. So good eye there by Thomas. He's going to advance to first, and more runners and ducks on the pond, and that's going to bring up Mr. Beam.
Yep, Josh Beam. And it is ball 1 to Beam. Beam walked and scored in the first. And I just threw the commercials down in the floor. Got a cord wrapped around my foot here. All right, next pitch is a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh Beam. Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the second. And the pitch to Beam. Line drive. Over the shortstop's head. He would leap for it. Timed his leap just about right, but couldn't quite get up there enough. It'll be a RBI single for Josh Beam, and it's 4-0 Cherryville. Coming in to score, Dustin Wilson.
A little soft liner right over the shortstop's head. He can't quite get to it, and I don't think he had ever got to that. I don't think he missed time to jump at all. Just right over his head for a base hit there, and that's going to bring up Brett Huff to the plate.
Yep, Huff hit by a pitch and scored in the first. So Cherryville, a couple guys already had 2 at-bats here. And this one's fouled back by Huff, strike 1. Carter Harris, the right-hander for Union County, has hit 3 batters and walked 2, plus given up 4 hits so far on the evening. And a curveball there, got the corner inside, 0-2 it is on Huff. Kaiser's at third, and Bess at second, Beam at first. No outs. 4-0 Cherryville. And that one's outside. 1-2 to Brett Huff. Huff not chasing that one. It was a few inches off the plate outside. 1-2 pitch. Bouncer shortstop coming in. No, nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
Everybody safe. Infield single for Huff.
Ball to hit to the shortstop's right. Third baseman. that's not their usual third baseman, Milton. So usually on a ball like that, he's got to come over and help out on that. Thomas was advancing. He had already beat the play, whether or not he got to it or not. So that's kind of third baseman's ball there. I don't know if it's new guy there, Rainey.
It is a new third baseman. Well, new from Sunday night.
And he's asking. I think he's asking about interference or something over here. I don't know why else he'd be talking to the umpire.
Yeah.
But Thomas didn't have any interference of anything over there. Good base hit into the hole for Huff there.
Yeah, I guess you grasp at straws in this situation. Anything you can do. It's 5-0 Cherryville on the base hit by Huff. Coming in to score was Luke Kaiser. So nobody out and still loaded up for Seth Weekly. Swing and a miss. Strike one on Weekly. Weekly RBI single in the first inning. Out at second on the 4-6-3 double play ball later in the inning. 0-1 pitch from Harris is a ball, and it's 1-1. Looked down to first by the catcher, Knight. Bess at third, Beam at second, Huff at first. Still nobody out. 5-0 Cherryville. Top of the second, pitch in the dirt. 2-1 now on Seth Weekly. Only change in the Cherryville lineup from last night is Weekly DHing instead of Tyler Shoemaker. 2-1 to count on Weekly. He's already had a hit and an RBI tonight, and he goes right field this side, but it's going to go foul. Standing in the bullpen, good catch over the fence by the.
I can't see down there. I'm watching on the monitor.
Yeah, young man. They got a pitcher warming up down there.
I think it's Blythe down there that caught the ball.
Yeah. All right, it's 2 balls. Wait a minute, where are we? Yeah, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Weekly. And the pitch, bouncer third. It is a fair ball. Third baseman let it go, and it's a fair ball. 2 runs come in to score. Bass and Beam down to second, sliding in safe. At second is Weekly. A base hit and 2 runs for Weekly. He's got 3 RBIs on the night. 2-run single for Weekly. He went to second on the throw. And going down to third is Huff.
That's going to make it 7-0, and the coach for Union County is going to come on out again and talk to Carter Harris. His second time visiting Mr. Harris. He's going to take the ball. We're going to take a break here, Milton.
We sure will. Pitching change coming up for Union County, and we'll be back right after this on the B Square Construction Post 100 broadcast.
Take time out from your busy, hectic life and have some fun. Take time out from your busy, hectic life and have some fun. Lots of fun at Exhilaration Station in Cherryville. Exhilaration Station has something every family member would enjoy. Batting cages, mini golf, games for every age. Why, Exhilaration Station can even help you with that next great birthday party. Open 7 days a week behind the old Harris Teeter in Cherryville. Call 704-435-0670. Remember, take time out and have some good old-fashioned fun at Exhilaration Station.
There you go, Ann. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing. Here's your card. What was that? It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee. You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union. She's right.
Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those pains go away.
Here's your receipt.
It's time to gear up to mow the grass, prune the trees, and trim the weeds. To help with your outdoor projects, Husqvarna has everything you need. This means you can save time on the job, get the job done right, and enjoy the results of your hard work. Stop by Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reachville Road in Lincoln and see the full line of Husqvarna products. Husqvarna can help you with all of your lawn and landscape needs. Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center in Lincoln. Husqvarna, taming the wild. Most of us will make or assist in making funeral arrangements of some kind in our lives. This can mean making many decisions at a very difficult and emotional time. At Carpenter's Funeral Home of Cherryville, their funeral directors, John Porter and Carol Carpenter, are there to offer help and guidance. Carpenter's Funeral Home promotes the highest ethical and professional standards while maintaining cost-effective service, even winning the Pursuit of Excellence Award. Carpenter's Funeral Home, 1100 East Main Street in Cherryville, a member of the North Carolina Funeral Directors Association.
And the count goes 1-1 on Brandon Alexander. There's runners at second and third. Still nobody out. 7-0 Cherryville, top of the second. And Union County's gone to the bullpen. Will Conley as Harris got nobody out here in the second inning, and 4 runs came in to score. And here's a base hit for Alexander. That will bring in Huff. Going back into third, and getting picked off at third is Weekly, who made the big turnaround third, but didn't get back.
All right, Josh, get that camera settled out there, buddy.
Alexander base hit to left field and an RBI. It's 8-0 with 1 out now as the put out goes on Weekly. 2-5 for out number 1. And Dylan Hastings is the batter. And Hastings fouls one off third base side. Strike 1 on Dylan Hastings. Hastings a RBI double in the first. Cherryville already banging out 7 hits, 8 runs. And this one's fouled off 0-2 on Hastings. Runner first is Alexander. Brandon Alexander hit into the double play in the first inning with the bases loaded and nobody out. But he did get an RBI on the play. Here in the second inning, he gets an RBI on a base hit. And Hastings pops it foul out of play. Right side, 0-2 remains to count on third baseman Dylan Hastings. So for Cherryville, 7 hits, 8 runs. Weekly's got 3 RBIs. Alexander's got 2 RBIs. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Hastings, foul third base side. So Will Conley in a battle with Dylan Hastings here. 0-2 the count. Hastings fighting off a couple there to stay alive. Almost to that 10-run lead here, Kevin, and I hope the rain just stays away. Be a shame. There's a strike 3 called on Hastings. Be a shame to not get this one 5 innings for the complete game. We don't want to see the kind of shenanigans we saw a few years ago when Caldwell County, I think it was, and Cherryville was here. One team was trying to speed it up, the other one trying to slow the game down. Cherryville had the lead, so they were trying to speed it up to get the 5 innings. And
happens all the time. Base hit center field.
Yeah, there goes Ryan Kraft up the middle. Kraft, the 9th batter of the inning. He gets a hit, and runner Alexander goes to second. So 8 hits now for Cherryville. Second and first with 2 out for Dustin Wilson. Wilson, the 10th batter of the inning. Wilson had a base hit and scored this inning. Dustin led off this second inning. And the pitch. And it's fisted right side in foul territory. Oh, and the right fielder couldn't come up with it down there in the bullpen. So it's a long strike on Dustin Wilson. A long strike 1, and we get back and get ready to go here. Kraft at first, Alexander at second. 2 out. 5 runs in the inning. And the pitch, a bouncer back to right in front of home plate. The catcher up and over with it for out number 3, a 2-3 put out on Wilson for out number 3. Cherryville scores 5 runs in the inning on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. And we go to the bottom of the second. It's 8-0 Cherryville on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. It's B Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
Attention diabetics. Here's a message from Hauser Drugstore in downtown Cherryville. Are you paying too much for diabetic testing supplies? Then see Hauser Drugstore in downtown Cherryville. $0. $0 is how much your monitor, strips, and lancets should cost if you have Medicaid or Medicare plus a supplement. See Hauser Drugstore today. Find out all the details. That's Hauser Drug on the corner in downtown Cherryville. Get your prescriptions to go from Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville. Yes, delivery is now available. Look for the Medical Center delivery van in your area. Just call 704-435-3263 for your prescriptions to go. You can even order online at mcpcherryville.com. Check out that new and improved website. And the grill is now under new management. Come on in for your favorite sandwiches. That's at the Medical Center Pharmacy, East Academy Street in Cherryville. On the go for you.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free.
Hi, Rusty Wise here. Do you know that Mr. Sparky specializes in on-time electrical service for every job? If there's a light that doesn't light or an outlet that's out, don't let that drive you crazy. Call Mr. Sparky. We have qualified electricians, all the work is guaranteed, and no job is too small. Call us today. We'll be on time, you'll see, or the repair is free. Since we price by the job and not by the hour, you'll save money. You'll love our clean vans and crisp uniforms. So don't wait. If you need an electrician, don't put it off. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free.
If you need an electrician, don't put it off. Call Mr. Sparky, 888-8-SPARKY.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
And welcome back. We're at the bottom of the second inning here at Fraley Field. Coming to bat, Union County's Andrew Knight. First pitch fouled off, strike 1. Next pitch to right field. Wilson charges in, makes the catch on the line drive for out number 1. And the Blue Mist continues his good ways here with 4 up, 4 down in the ball game. And that brings up Ben Peterson. For those of you who've been watching the game on WhatsAppShopper.com, we apologize. Some technical problems with our camera. Something got wet apparently during the rain. And Kevin's gone down to help Josh. They're going to try to get the camera back up so you can stay with me and hear soon. And just stay tuned, listen to the audio, and they'll get that camera problem worked out just as soon as possible. Peterson, the batter, first pitch, a foul ball. Next pitch in the dirt, ball 1 strike on Ben Peterson, the left fielder for Union County. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch swung on and missed in his eyes that time. And it's 1-2 to Peterson. And the next pitch is in the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hello to everyone listening out there on WCSL and throughout the world on WhatsAppShopper.com. And the pitch from the Blue Mist came out the wrong barrel behind the batter. It's 3-2 on Ben Peterson. Baseball probably a little wet. Both pitchers having a little issues, especially the starter for Union County, who is no more, Norris. And that one hits on a 3-2 pitch. You know the Blue Mist didn't want to hit the batter. And he hits Peterson, the first base runner for Union County. He had set him down 4 up, 4 down till that one. And it's J.C. Howes, the right fielder, who bats here, right-handed batter for Union County. J.C. Howes with a runner on and 1 out for Union County. Bottom of the second here at Fraley Field. If this game gets completed or gets official, Game 3 of the series, no matter who wins this game, Game 3 of the series will be here in Cherryville tomorrow night. If this game doesn't get completed and gets rained out, it's all for naught, and I don't know where we'll play tomorrow night. And no one does at this point. Could go back to Wingate. It was too wet. They had too much rain at Wingate to play there tonight. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on House. That's the official word. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. We're in the bottom of the second. 8-0 Cherryville. Herman's got us tuned in. Herman and his pal Chumley, and the throw over to first, runner safe. And the pitch is low, 2-1 to Howes. Again, anyone been watching the game on WhatsAppShopper.com, the viewfinder on the camera went out, and Kevin and Josh are working down there. Something probably got wet. Pretty good rain, about as hard a rain Kevin and I were discussing early on, about as hard a rain as we've actually seen them play baseball in before. And it's 3, and the rain is, I guess, just about let up, if not completely let up. So the umbrellas are still out. Maybe a few drops are falling. 3-1 on Howes. And the pitch, that's ball 4. So Union County trying to get something cooking here in the second with 1 out, a batter hit by a pitch, and then a walk. Brings up Hunter Hires, the first baseman. Hires, I think he's grown even more since Sunday night. He looks taller than he than he did Sunday. He's probably about 6'3" or 4. He makes everybody else look kind of small, even the umpire. Hunter Hires with runners first and second and 1 out. And the pitch, ground ball to second. This could be a double play. 4, 6, down to first for 3 for the out. 4, 6, 3, double play hit into by Hunter Hires, and that's indeed the pitcher Blake Monsteller's best friend there, as they say about double plays. Well, that'll do it for Union County. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. And we go to the third. Cherryville holds on to their big 8-0 lead. And you're listening to B Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
For over 50 years, Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville has been locally owned and operated. Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville specializes in auto parts, paint, hydraulic hoses, and more. Plus, they have an experienced and knowledgeable staff working to serve you, no matter what your automotive needs are. See Drew and his crew of automotive specialists at Napa Auto Parts, 905 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 704-435-4581 today. Dr. Paul H. Cloninger takes this time to invite you to Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry in Cherryville and Cherryville Dental Clinic. You'll find a state-of-the-art facility with excellent dental care from their competent and caring staff, offering a wide array of preventive, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, and they strive to improve your dental health and a higher quality of life. Dr. Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry, 1015 East Church Street in Cherryville, and Cherryville Dental Clinic, 106 North Mountain Street in Cherryville. Visit the website at CloningerDentistry.com.
A lot of people are switching to natural gas lately because natural gas appliances cost a lot less to operate than those using propane or electricity. In fact, a typical family could save up to $1,000 a year just by switching from propane to natural gas. But that's not all. To learn more about natural gas and to find out how much money you could save by switching, visit psncenergy.com/choosegas. That's psncenergy.com/choosegas. Natural gas from PSNC Energy, making everyday life better.
All right, welcome back as we go to the top of the third, and Cherryville up 8-0. Batter up is Luke Kaiser. First pitch, a fly ball into right center. Tracking it down out there, the center fielder, Alan King, for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And at the top of the order, Thomas Bess coming up. Bess, on-base Bess, has been busy tonight. Hit by a pitch in the first and scored. Walked and scored in the second. 1 down, and Bess up with Beam following. There's a base hit for Bess between first and second. Base hit Thomas Bess. On base Bess again. Reaches, and that'll bring up Josh Beam. Josh has walked and scored, singled in a run, and scored a run. So he's responsible for 3 of the 8 runs in a roundabout way. And with 1 out, 1 on, left-handed hitter Josh Beam steps in for post 100. It's game 2 of the Area 4 second-round playoffs. This game would have been at Wingate, but it's too wet to play there after the rain last night. They moved it here to Cherryville. The announcement came this afternoon, and Cherryville is the designated visitors in this game. That's why they're batting in the top of the innings. Throw to first. Best is safe. 1 ball, no strikes on Beam. Again to first goes Conley, the relief pitcher, who came in the second inning with nobody out. Excuse me, folks. Got a little frog in my throat. It's raining frogs here. And the 1-0 pitch is a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Beam. For those of you tuned in on whatsupshopper.com, our picture troubles, we're trying to get that straightened out. Here comes Kevin back with his camera. I think he's going to operate it from here in the press box. Give up on the rooftop view, and maybe going to try it from here. You going to try it inside? No, it's broke. Camera's broke? No, camera's not broke. He's going to work on it. He's working. Count goes 2-1 on Beam.
All right. Well, the viewfinder went out.
Yeah.
So we're going to change cameras.
Oh, okay.
So in the meantime, I'm going to try to film from up here.
I got you. Here's a fly ball to left. Diving, the left fielder makes the catch to take away a hit from Beam and send Best back to first. Left fielder Ben Peterson head first dive to make that catch for out number 2. And I'll bring up Brett Huff. Huff tonight hit by a pitch and scored in the first, singled in a run in the second, and also scored a run that inning. So he also was responsible for 3 runs for Cherryville in this game. Runner Best going, throw down to second, bouncer not in time. Best steals second base. Stolen base Best now. Instead of on base Best. He's in scoring position for Huff here. We'll try to bring him in. Cherryville up 8-0 in the top of the third. 2 out. And the rain's pretty much stopped, hasn't it, Kevin?
Kind of. It's still raining.
A little misty.
But
drizzle.
It's sparse drizzle.
Okay. I still see the umbrellas up, so yeah, just folks still covered
Yeah,
up.
you don't want to stand out there in it, no.
It would be fun. A lot of folks listening in and planning to watch in tonight. We're going to get your camera going here just as soon as they swap out cameras. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Huff, and that's inside, almost hits Brett Huff. 2-1 to count on the Cherryville second baseman. West Lincoln High School product, Brett Huff. And the pitch is low, 3-1. Oh, I'm sorry, let me turn your mic back on.
We're going to get a small view here for the time being, Milton, until Josh can get back. Not only did the viewfinder go out when we were taking it down, we actually dropped it. So.
Uh-oh. Well, it's wet and everything out
and
there.
it's wet, so we have
stuff.
no idea what happened to it. So.
Well, we got an idea of what happened here. Brett Huff walks on a 3-1 pitch, and he's on again. And Best still at second for Seth Weekly, who's got 2 singles and 3 RBI on the night. Seth Weekly in that designated hitter role. Folks, just hang in there. Kevin getting that camera set up there from in the press box. You can see some raindrops on the window in front of the camera. And
I'm just going to back it out until we can get to
Josh is going to
Josh can get back because this one wasn't something happened to it, and then now it's probably halfway broke altogether. 1-0 pitch is a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Seth Weekly.
wind picking up a little bit out there, and now I can see the rain a little better than I could a few minutes ago. I hope we can get this game official. And here's a ground ball to third. Third baseman bobbles it, picks it up, throws to first, not in time. And now Bess is caught up between home and third. He falls down, and he is going to be still running him down, and he runs out of the baseline now, and he's out. Wow, that was a crazy end there. So it's the third baseman's throw was into dirt. I don't think the throw would have gotten the batter Weekly. They're giving Weekly I don't know if they gave it a hit or not. Let me see how they scored that. Cherryville gets no runs in the inning, and that was scored an error. They just put it on the board. It was an error by the third baseman on the ball hit by Weekly. So he reaches, and then Bess is thrown out. And we're not going to try to figure out how many times that ball changed hands, but he gets picked off between home and third. And still 8-0 Cherryville on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard, and you're listening to B-Square Construction Baseball.
Today's game has been brought to you by R&M Motors Tire and Auto Center and Pawn Shop of Cherryville. R&M does all types of major and minor repairs, including custom exhaust and inspections. Plus, they sell cars, trucks, and custom and stock golf carts, plus four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and more. In the pawn shop, you'll find guns, gold and silver, and everything in between. And they buy and trade at R&M Motors Tire and Auto Center and Pawn Shop, both located on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Your Train Comfort Specialist is Roland Black Heated and Cooling. Call 704-865-1375. Roland Black Heated and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. for Nationwide Insurance.
North Carolina has thousands of miles of road. They can take you to just about anywhere. And with Nationwide Insurance, the #1 insurance provider in North Carolina, you'll be protected on all of them. So whether you find yourself on Independence Boulevard or Tryon Street, Nationwide has you covered.
Sandy Cunningham, Nationwide Insurance, 1608 East Church Street, Cherryville. Phone 704-445-1990.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliated companies, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
All right, welcome back. Milton Baker, Kevin Hastings with you, and we'll get you caught up here on the situation. We're in the bottom of the third, and the designated hitter, Stephen Blythe, is up here. It's his first at bat. He bats 8th in the order. Meanwhile, Cherryville's already gone through the order 2.5 times, and strike one from the Blue Mist to Blythe. Blythe hitting for the pitcher in that DH role. And while you were away in commercial break, did a little work, put a little drying agent down around the mound to try to help out conditions there. Count goes 0-2, excuse me, folks, on Blythe. And the next pitch fouled off. Still 0-2 to Stephen Blythe. Cherryville in the top of the third had a threat going with 2 out. And they would have had bases loaded, but Bess came too far around third and got caught in a rundown and got put out for out number 3. And the pitch is swung on a miss, strike 3 on Blythe. Blythe 0 for 1 tonight, and it brings up Alan King. King, the center fielder.
So Milton, get this straight with me real quick. Flip that over. Ooh, almost hit him inside.
Almost hits King in ball 1.
Weekly, what did he do?
Seth Weekly. Seth Weekly in his last at bat reached on an error.
And then what happened there at the end?
Bess went around third and got caught in a rundown.
Okay.
Yeah. A wild and crazy rundown where he eventually never was tagged. He just ran out of the baseline. He knew he was going nowhere. It goes 2-0 on King. And quickly goes 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes on King, Alan King. I don't know if some of our listeners are old enough to remember the comedian Allen King, and that's ball 4 on Union County's Allen King. And with one out, there's one on for the top of the order, Jacob Rand. So Union County has finally gone through the batting order, as they've only had one base runner on the night. Or only left one base runner on, I should say. And it is ball 1 to Rand, who grounded out 4-3 in the bottom of the first inning. And the batter shows bunt, pulls it back, ball 2. Gets stopped by Luke Kaiser. Keeps the runner King at first base. 2-0 pitch. It is a ball. Getting some updates on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. Last we heard it was Caldwell County 5, Mint Hill 0. I think it just got an update on Hickory. I think heard them say 4-0 Hickory over Gaston Braves. That's ball 4 on Rand. So back-to-back walks now. With one out, brings up the shortstop Will Ray. Ray, right-handed batter, bats second in the order for Union County. And they showed, Kevin, they can hit the ball, although they have not shown it tonight.
No, they haven't. Mosteller's held him at base so far. No hits through 2 1/3. He's hit a batter
and walked 3.
And walked quite a bit. So he's been an erratic no hitter through 2 1/3.
Yeah, and it's adverse situations. That baseball, I'm sure, is not staying dry.
Oh no.
And it's 0-2 here on Ray. 0-2 on the batter Will Ray, who kind of looks in disbelief at that strike call. 1 out, 2 on for Union County. Bottom of the third, they're down 8-0. And the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back 2 strikeouts in the inning, and 2 for the game for the Blue Mist.
Josh Collins has got the camera, and he will be joining us shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and set our damaged camera down. We're going to have to figure that out. Poor guy. And we'll get back to wireless coverage there live from Josh on top of the dugout here in just a moment.
1-0 is the count on Ryan Smith. Smith will fly out to right field in the first inning to end that inning. And it's a strike there from the Blue Mist.
Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Cherryville post 100, the visiting team here today. That's going to mess me up here as far as the 2 1/3 innings and who's done what. Ground ball second base, double. No, they only need 1, so it doesn't matter.
He'll go 6-4 for the force down there on Rand for out number 3. And the fielder's choice for Smith. That'll do it in the bottom of the third, and we played 3 here at Fraley Field. 8-0 Cherryville on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. It's B Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
For complete auto repairs, see Garen Sellers at Seller Service Center on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Right now, they're offering alignments for only $29.95 with a purchase of 4 tires. But hurry, the offer ends soon. From tires and repair to inspections to alignment and custom rims, Seller Service Center does it all. From AC repair to shocks, struts, oil changes, and computerized balancing. Seller Service Center does it all. 7156 Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturdays, 8 to 1. St. John's Lutheran Church in Cherryville has a lot of opportunities for worship. Each week, Sunday school begins at 9:30 a.m., followed by worship service at 10:30. There is also a weekly Bible study class every Tuesday at 11 a.m., followed by chapel at noon. Vacation Bible School will be held from July 29th through August 2nd. St. John's has programs for all ages, like fellowship groups, Lutheran Men in Mission, Welcome Circles, Youth Ministry, Prayer Shawl Ministry, Rainbow Club, and Choir. You can call the church office for times and places for all these ministry opportunities at 704-435-9264. Or come by the church office at 310 West Church Street in Cherryville. Since 1900, the Stamey Funeral Home in Fallston has been serving the families of our area with the finest in funeral service. In 1998, the Tysinger family began to serve the families of the Cherryville community, and today are a proud member of that community, providing services with dignity and respect. Caring for your family like our own, that's their slogan. Come talk with Manager Pete Kraft about the services they provide at the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home, 405 North Dixie Street in Cherryville.
And welcome back. Milton Baker, Kevin Hastings, and Josh Collins back on the roof with the new camera. Yeah, I think we've got your picture coming up here for those of you watching on whatsupshopper.com. Brandon Alexander is the batter up for Cherryville in the fourth. Alexander, Hastings, and Kraft, the 5, 6, and 7 spots in the order. Alexander on the night has 2 RBIs and a base hit. He's 1 for 2. He did hit into a double play in the first inning, but made up for that with the RBI single in the second. He got an RBI on the double play. And here's a strike called on Alexander, the tall third baseman for post 100. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's fouled back. And it's 0-2 on Alexander. Again, Will Conley, the pitcher for Union County, came in the second inning with nobody out. Able to stop the bleeding a little bit there. Cherryville's big inning was the second when they scored 5 runs. They scored 3 in the first. And that pitch to Alexander is a ball inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Post 100 leading 8-0 right now on 9 hits over Union County in a rain-soaked game so far tonight. This could be game 3 or 4 by now, Milton, and we're sitting here in game 2.
Yeah, missed game Monday and Tuesday night due to weather.
Yeah.
There was weather Monday night. I'm not saying it rained. A lot of people said it didn't rain, but there was weather. There's weather every day.
Well, I was there on the field, and I'm the one that took the picture on the Twitter account. So
there you go.
You guys want to see the picture that we tweeted
of the weather?
Of the weather.
Yeah.
And we went and ate dinner, and we actually sat outside and ate dinner, Milton. It was such a pretty day down there.
3-2 pitch to Alexander's inside for ball 4, and he walks to lead off the fourth, and it'll bring up Dylan Hastings. Yeah.
Sat outside, had a cold beverage, and enjoyed the day. All we needed was a baseball game.
Yep.
Folks, if you've just tuning in, you not noticed, I guess, that the Shelby game has been canceled. We Facebook and tweeted that all day today. Up at Huntersville, rained out before about 3 o'clock this afternoon, so I guess they got one heck of a rain this afternoon. It stayed pretty dry here in Cherryville for most of the day.
1 ball, no strikes on Dylan Hastings. And the pitch from Conley is a strike. Hastings, a RBI double in the first, a strikeout in the second. 1 on, nobody out. Top of the fourth here. Cherryville up 8-0. Designated visitors on Fraley Field tonight. Game 2 of the second round series. Cherryville leads the series 1-0. And did he go around? No. It's 2 balls and a strike on Hastings. If this game gets to a stage where it's an official game, Cherryville and Union County will play right back here tomorrow night, game 3, and Cherryville will be the home team.
Well, the hope is that Post 100 can sweep them.
Yeah, not ever have to go through
Not have to go back to Union County again if we don't have to.
Through that traffic anyway. 3-1 on Hastings. If something happens and the bottom falls out and we don't finish this game tonight or don't get it official, then we don't know where tomorrow night's game will be.
Right.
Could go back to Wingate. And there's a base hit for Hastings. Line drive single into left field for Dylan Hastings. And he continues to be a hot hitter for Cherryville tonight with a double and a single now. Alexander down to second. Nobody out for Ryan Kraft. Kraft's had a hit tonight. Everybody for Cherryville has either had a hit tonight or been hit by a pitch.
Kraft 1 for 2 tonight, flying out to center field and singled to left field.
Ryan Kraft. Right-hand hitting shortstop for post 100.
Out of the 7 hole. Runners on first and second, no outs. Means the infield fly rule is on, and the catcher's going to throw down with no chance to get Alexander, really.
No. Kraft was showing bunt, pulled the bat back, and it's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Kraft.
And the catcher, Knight, wants to have a little talk with Conley about signs or the type of lead that Alexander's got out there. He wants to make sure he doesn't walk to third base on this bunt attempt here, Milton.
Yeah. Knight catching. Knight caught Sunday night in game 1 of the series. And Knight was not available. From what I've been told, he's their best hitter, and he was not available. He's going to college, and there's something to do with that Sunday night. 1 ball and no strikes here. And the bunt is popped way up and way back, and Knight can't get to it.
Good call there by the catcher there, Milton, going out. I'm sure that's what they talked about. If he squares the bunt, get it up and in, make him try to pop it up. That's what you want to do as a pitcher. You don't want to put it out over the plate. Will make it easy for him to lay the ball down. So get it inside, make him make a decision whether ball or strike. And a lot of times you get one off the handle or a pop-up like that, the catcher can reel in.
Mm-hmm. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Kraft. Runners first and second, no outs. Top of the 4th. 8-0 Cherryville. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt again. This which is outside. It's 2-1 on Ryan Kraft.
Kraft doing a good job of not showing bunt until about the last second. Making Hires on first have to wait and see what he's going to do.
Hires way in on the grass couple steps. And he shows bunt this time, and it's high. 3-1. 3 balls and a strike on Ryan Kraft. Kraft gets his sign from Coach Reynolds at third base. Steps back in. Alexander at second and Hastings at first. And Kraft swinging away on the 3-1 pitch. Fouled it back, and now it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Kraft. We're in the top of the 4th here at Fraley Field. Cherryville at bat. And the pitcher Conley steps off. Cherryville scored 3 in the first, 5 in the second. Didn't play any in the third. Here's the 3-2 to Kraft, and it's a foul ball, third base side. Hit it hard, got a round on it too far, and it's still 3-2.
Got a little excited when he saw that one coming, Milton, inside fastball. He's way out in front of it. So Kraft looking to put a charge in that one.
He did. The 3-2 pitch from Conley is ball 4. So Kraft works himself on base there. On the 3-2 pitch, he'll go to first, still nobody out, and again Cherryville with a bases loaded, nobody out situation for Dustin Wilson. Wilson has singled and scored on the night, and then grounded out 2-3.
Singled out to center back in the top of the 2nd inning.
Here's the pitch, and it's foul off right side. Strike 1 to Wilson. Alexander at third, and Hastings second base, Kraft at first. Nobody out, 0-1 the count. The pitch, inside, 1-1 count. Appreciate all the fans tuning in, watching tonight on whatsupshopper.com. Well, probably a big audience listening in and watching in. Stands are scarcely populated. Here's a ground ball back to the pitcher coming home. Throws it away. Alexander safe. Hastings is now coming
the ball
home.
got loose.
Ball got loose again from the catcher. It ricocheted off the wall, and the catcher couldn't come up with it. How many errors we got?
Pitcher Conley come up throwing, Milton, and he threw a heater to the catcher from about 8 feet away. Catcher couldn't come up with it. Hits the brick wall, bounces back by the catcher. Conley thought the catcher was going to have the bounce back, went right by him, and Conley was halfway, wasn't even paying attention, walking back to the mound, and the ball scored it right between the two, and allows the runner to score. He was dead meat. He was dead to rights over there, Milton.
Yeah, and another run scores. Hastings came in to score after the ball got away. And so you've got 2 runs scoring. A fielder's choice for Wilson. Alexander scores on the E1. Hastings also came in to score. And it's 10-0. Cherryville, and the batter is Luke Kaiser with runners at first and second. Ground ball to third. Third baseman up and over for out number 1. 5-3 ground out for Kaiser. Going to third is Kraft. Down to second is Wilson. And Hastings.
Oh,
Let's see
gosh,
now.
I'll
Alexander,
catch up in a second.
Yeah. Alexander scored on the error on the throw home, and then Hastings came in to score.
Yeah.
What was the ball? Just rolling around?
Yeah.
It was just rolling around. So 2 runs scored on the error. And that brings up Bess. Bess with first base open and 1 out. Wilson's at second, Kraft at third. And foul ball. Foul ball off bat of Thomas Bess, who's been on base 3 times tonight, scored twice, and has a stolen base to his credit. He got caught in that crazy, zany rundown to end the 3rd inning. He got caught between home and third on a ground ball. Weekly hit into, and Weekly would have reached, or did reach on the error on the play, but then Bess got hung out to dry coming around third. And the count is 1-1 on Thomas Bess here with 1 out. And the pitch low, 2-1. So it's 10-0 Cherryville in the top of the 4th, and let's just get this game official.
Okay, so who's on what base right now?
You got Wilson at second, Kraft at third. And the pitch is ball 3.
Have to redo it after the inning because all haywire went.
Yeah.
Kraft walked.
Let's see here. Diddly-do. Yeah, Kraft walked. Dustin Wilson.
Did that load the bases?
Yes, it did.
Okay, that's where I got confused. I never thought the bases were loaded.
And the pitch is fouled off by Bess, 3-2. Yeah, Kraft walked to load the bases. Wilson reached on the fielder's choice.
Okay.
The throw home was an errant throw by the pitcher. 2 runs scored. And then everybody moved up on the ground out by Kaiser. And it's ball 4 to Bess. He's been on base 4 times in the ball game, and we'll see Josh Beam come to bat here. Josh Beam will bat with the bases loaded and 1 out. Beam tonight has walked and scored. He has an RBI single and has also scored again in that 2nd inning. And he flew out to left field on that diving catch by the left fielder back in the 3rd inning. Bases loaded, and the pitch is ball 1. Ball 1 to Josh Beam, left-handed hitter for Cherryville, and a very good hitter. And the pitch inside, 2-0.
So I got Bess, Wilson, and Kraft on the bases with Josh Beam at the plate, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI today, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I've caught up.
You've caught up. 2-1 goes the count on Beam. Another bases loaded opportunity for Cherryville. Beam the hitter. 2-1 pitch, way outside. 3-1. And the catcher, Knight, goes back to the mound. Batter on deck for Cherryville is Brett Huff. Beam, this number 2 man in the batting order. 7th batter of the inning. 1 out. Bases loaded, 2 runs have scored this inning, making it 10-0. And the pitch to Beam
gets by him. It doesn't matter, though.
No, it doesn't matter.
So runners are going to walk in anyway.
You get an RBI for Beam on a bases-loaded walk. Coming in to score is Kraft, the 11th run of the game.
Well, Milton, if we can keep it 10 runs and get to the next inning, Union County will be heading back to Union County before the light. Well, the lights just came on, so before it gets dark out here in Cherryville.
Yeah, we got to get through 5 to make it official.
Yep.
7 for the mercy rule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Crap.
It's all right. I know what she was thinking. 5 runs is official. Yeah, if we get through 5, innings, and it starts pouring down rain.
So we either need to hope for rain after 5 innings or
get to the 7th.
Get to the
10-run
okay.
lead. And the batter up is Brett Huff.
They ought to let it be 5th inning anyway.
Count as 1-1.
How many comebacks in American Legion history by 10 runs has there been?
I don't know. Not many. That's why they put in the old mercy rule a few years ago. I'm so glad they did. 1-1 pitch. A strike to Huff. Brett tonight has been hit by a pitch and scored. He has an RBI single and also a run scored. And he has walked tonight. He's officially 1 for 1. Count of 1 ball, 2 strikes on him here. In the top of the 4th. The pitch. Bouncer to the shortstop. He'll tag second. Throw to first. Safe at first.
Umpire, good call there. Throw in the dirt. And good hustle down the line from Huff allows the another run to cross the plate. And it's 12-0. Cherryville post 100 leads Union County 5:35 in a rain-soaked 7 o'clock ball game here. And it's 12-0, and we're in the top of the 4th. Yep. And that's right, folks. When you see the score, post 100 is winning 12-0. So,
yep, visitors in this game.
So if you know somebody drove by the field and told you that post 100 is getting shellacked, there, tell them they're wrong.
Tell them turn on the radio or WhatsAppShopper.com. Batter up is Seth Weekly. On that fielder's choice by Huff, Wilson came in to score, and Best goes to third. Second base is open as Beam was on the force out, 6 unassisted for out number 2. Here's a ground ball to short. Short will go the short route to second base, 6-4 force on Huff. And that's out number 3, a fielder's choice for Weekly. And we have played 3.5 innings. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 12-0 Cherryville. On the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard, you're listening to B Square Construction Post 100 ball.
Weston. Cherryville and North Lake Country Club are both open to and welcome to the public. Both locations have been recently remodeled and are available for weddings and receptions, also reunions, corporate and private parties, and more. The Cherryville Country Club is open for lunch and supper Thursday and Friday from 11 to 9, and both Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club are accepting new memberships at this time. The Cherryville Country Club golf course is also available to the public. Come on down for a great meal and great golfing experience. Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club.
So many policies with different providers makes everything confusing.
Man, when you bundle your home, auto, and life insurance policies with Nationwide, will help you feel more protected and even save you up to 25%. I think you can take it from here, right?
Nationwide is on your side.
Call your local Nationwide agent, Sandy Cunningham in Cherryville today at 704-445-1990.
From the Blue Mist. Next pitch, pop fly, right side, foul territory, right fielder Wilson or first baseman Alexander. Nobody got it.
He reached over to get it. I don't know if you could quite see the players there, man. I was watching it on the screen. Looked like he came pretty close to
Yeah,
grabbing it, but couldn't
came
come up
close.
with a catch.
I was kind of blocked out by the dugout at the last
Okay.
moment, and I didn't know whether he caught it or not, but then I saw the second baseman, Brett Huff, reach down and pick it up, so I knew he didn't catch it.
Yeah, he got close. I'm going to update some Twitter here. I've been
Go
trying.
right ahead.
Had all kinds of things going on these past few innings. Well, it's only been in half an inning. It seemed like 30 minutes ago when the last inning started. Ooh, high inside, got away from
Slips.
Mostetler there. Almost
Oopsie.
Caught the catcher there in the head.
Going back to the top of the fourth, Cherryville sent 10 batters up, and I didn't give the inning summary. 4 runs on just 1 hit for Cherryville, 1 error and 2 left.
Alexander walk, Hastings single, Kraft walk, Wilson reached on fielder's choice.
Yeah.
Kaiser grounded out, Best walked, Beam walked, Huff fielder's choice, Weekly fielder's choice.
And here's a pop-up by Knight to the second baseman, Huff, for out number 1. Knight's over for 2, a fly out and a pop-up now tonight. And it brings up Ben Peterson, who was hit by a pitch to be the first base runner of the night for Union County in the second inning. And there's 1 out here. Nobody on 12-0 in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch from Blake Mosteller.
He was hit. He was hit by Mosteller earlier, right?
Right. Hit by a pitch on a 3-2 count.
Okay.
In the second inning.
Back in the bottom of the second. They were already down 8-0.
It was raining pretty good at that time. And his pitch is low, 2-0 to Peterson, who's in left field. Made a great catch out there in left earlier. Take away a hit. And this pitch is ball 3. Peterson's diving catch out there in left field took away would be hit for Josh Beam at the time. 3-0 the count here. Oh, and this one hits him again. Did it hit him or?
Yeah, it hit him. A lot of hits batters tonight, and when it rains, you can expect that, especially when you start trying to come inside the hitters, and it's going to lead to that, Milton. So, and you just got to expect it. It ain't going to be fun. Not only are you wet, you get hit.
And, it's crazy, but it seems like a lot of times in games when you see a guy get hit by a pitch, if there's another hit batter, it'll be him again. It just seems like that a lot of times. Some guys just
that guy's usually leaning over the plate.
He's usually leaning. Yeah, he's
got an elbow out.
Yeah. Oh, J.C. Howes, the batter who walked in the second. And this one inside on him, ball 1.
Folks, tomorrow night's game, come on out to the ballpark. We'll be here at Cherryville again. So games 1, 2, and 3 all at Cherryville. And I'm guessing 4 and 5, if necessary, will be at Union. Haven't decided yet. They still may come back to Cherryville again. Union may have forfeited a game the last 2 nights.
Yeah, 2 balls and no strikes on Howes.
Hickory leads the Gaston Braves 8-6 after 3 innings.
2-0 count here.
Caldwell County up 8-0 right now.
Okay, and it's 3-0. 3-0 on Howes. Well, you about want to have to pull for Caldwell County to at least get to the Area 4 finals so that, you want to get there with them. You don't want them to get put out early. That means they've got an automatic bid in the state tournament anyway because they're hosting.
Right.
And that means you got to win Area 4. If you can get in Area 4 finals with Caldwell County, you don't necessarily have to beat them.
Guarantee yourself a victory.
You'll get in the state tournament just by getting in the Area 4 finals.
But what you don't want is Hickory to win it.
No.
Because then they'll be in there by themselves. So.
Right. It's a walk to Howes, and there's runners at first and second with 1 out. And this is Hunter Hires, who hit into the 4-6-3 double play. That'd be good here. He hit in a 4-6-3 double play to end the second inning in the same situation. How about it? Same situation. It was 1 out. Peterson was hit by a pitch, and Howes walked. There's 1 out. Peterson's hit by a pitch, and Howes walks here in the fourth. And it's ball 1 to Hires. If he gets into a double play, that would be unbelievable.
And Knight flew out. Last time to right field, this time a little bit shorter to second base to lead off the inning. So
you're right.
Completely the exact same inning if Hires hits into a Cherryville post 100 double play right here.
1-1's to count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Take a strikeout from this big guy any day. Looks like he could hurt you.
Hires hit a couple out last year in the series against post 100.
1-2 pitch, big curveball. It didn't get down. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Hunter Hires.
Mosteller finishing high with the curveball. And the tall kids always have little trouble with that. Got to bend you back.
2-2 pitch, popped up. Second base.
Infield fly, roll batter is out.
And the catch is made anyway by Huff. And there's 2 down, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Stephen Blythe. Blythe hitting 8th in the order. He struck out swinging to be out number 1 in the 3rd inning, leading off the 3rd.
12-0. Cherryville Post 100, the away team here at Cherryville's Fraley Field. And they leave 12-0 here in the top of the 4th inning.
There's a big curveball. Got in there for a strike that time. Good pitch by the Blue Mist. Blythe waits. Sneaking over to second is Kraft, now back to his spot at shortstop. Pitch fouled off.
Want to say hello to some viewers, Milton online. I want to say hello to Jimmy Willis.
Oh, yeah.
Says, my first time viewing on whatsupshopper.com, and he said he hashtagged he's a long-time fan, so thank you, Jimmy, for tuning in. And, folks, if you want to know how to chat with us during the game, we'll say hello.
Here's a ground ball to short. Kraft's got it. He'll go to second base for the put out on Howes. That goes 6-4 for round number 3. Fielder's choice for Blythe. And
for complete auto repair, see Garen Sellers at Seller Service Center on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Right now, they're offering alignments for only $29.95 with a purchase of 4 tires. But hurry, the offer ends soon. From tires and repair to inspections to alignment and custom rims, Seller Service Center does it all. From AC repair to shock, struts, oil changes, and computerized balancing. Seller Service Center does it all. 7156 Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturdays, 8 to 1.
St. John's Lutheran Church has a new pastor. Reverend Eric Childers welcomes everyone to worship at St. John's in Cherryville. Sunday school begins at 9:45 a.m. and worship at 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have Lenten services on Wednesdays with a meal at 6 p.m. and service at 6:30 p.m. through Easter Sunday. Elementary school youth also meets every Wednesday at 4:45, and high school and middle school youth meet every other Sunday night at 6 p.m. Come visit and worship with us at St. John's Lutheran Church, 310 West Church Street, Cherryville, North Carolina, 704-435-9264.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Call Roland Black Heating and Cooling, 704-865-1375.
It's hard to stop a train.
When the septic tank backs up, Dennis Willis Septic Service in Cherryville is the name to remember. Dennis Willis services, repairs, and installs all types of septic tanks. They have pump-out tanks, too. Call Dennis Willis for septic tank service at 704-435-2326. Again, that's 704-435-2326 for professional, fair, and honest work from a name you've trusted for years. Dennis Willis Septic Tank Service of Cherryville. Again, that's 704-435-2326.
Myers now pitching, and the pitcher Conley went to first base. So pretty simple swamp there. Strike one on Brandon Alexander. Brandon led off the 4th inning with a walk and came in to score. He leads off here in the 5th.